Right, this is just to verify that we are at John O'Groats on Monday the 21st, and the time is 9:49 AM. So I'm just going to zero the trip. Right, so we're going to zero. Am I doing it right? Is it the right one? There we go. Zero the driving distance and the elapsed time, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Mileage there on the car. I'm going to zero the trip. It's 399 miles. I'm going to zero trip B and zero trip A. So 399 miles on the car. The time is 10 to 10 and we're going to be leaving in 10 minutes. I think that's enough. Something out to Twitter. Swipe down to stop, double tap to flip. Perhaps I don't want to stare at my face.
Put it on there for now.
No viewers.
I was going to say, are you able to put it on and say like we're going to be broadcasting at 8 o'clock or that kind of thing?
Yeah, I could do. Oh, Shaka One has joined. Hello, Shaka One. Are you? Have you been following us today on Twitter? We're doing the first ever John O'Groats to Land's End drive in a Nissan Leaf all-electric car. Never been done. So we're setting a record with Guinness Book of Records. Not been done. So we're recording it, tweeting it, etc. It's just show you who we are. We just tap on the screen, double tap to flip. Right, this is me, Jonathan. This is Chris. He's driving. We're sharing the drive-in. We started at 10 o'clock this morning at John O'Groats, and we're now 31 miles from Glasgow.
Well, no, we're 14 miles from Glasgow.
14 miles from Glasgow, and then we hope to then pick up the speed a bit and get further south. So we think we're still on target to get to Land's End within 24 hours, perhaps 25 hours. So lunchtime tomorrow we should be at Land's End, and then hey, we're turning around and coming back, because that's what you do.
We've just been through the slowest section, going through the Cairngorm Mountains, very hilly, up and down, so it eats the battery quite quickly. So we've been had to take a very slow pace. But as Jonathan says, we're going to be on the motorway now, so we can pick up the pace a little bit, keep it consistent, probably 50 mile an hour, and that should help us claw back a lot of time.
And one of the tricks we've found, because we've been rapid charging, it does tend to heat the battery up. So we've been trying different methods to keep the battery temperature in check, because if we let it get out of hand, it will limit the amount of charge we can put in the battery. So what we have done is put the air conditioning on, which means it's absolutely freezing in here. Our feet are like blocks of ice, but it is helping to keep the floor of the car cooler, which is helping to dissipate some of the heat out of the battery. And so we've got the battery temperature under control, which is good, which means we can carry on rapid charging through the night. So yeah, it's good, but we can't wait to stop, because when we get outside we actually have a warm-up when we get out the car. But that's just us. Hey, we've got 7 watchers. Will someone please ask us a question or say something, just so that I know this is sort of making sense and you're finding it mildly interesting? Can somebody just type hello?
Well, just to add to the temperature being under control, because nobody wants to talk to us. They obviously actually quite find us interesting to listen to. That's my excuse. But we did a rapid charge at Glencoe, for anybody that's been following. That rapid charge was a full charge. It put 15 degrees onto the battery. Now, when we got to this next charge point here at Balloch that we've just left, I think we took something like 10 or 11 degrees off of the battery temperature by running the air conditioning. And we did an experiment earlier on where we turned the air conditioning off for about 10 minutes, and it actually, the battery temperature increased by 1 degree. So running the aircon definitely seems to work and keep the, as John says, keep the battery temperature under control, but it doesn't keep the temperature of your feet under control. They just stay ice cold. And my practical driving shoes are not practical heat shoes. So, but it's good.
Yeah, it's good. So those of you who don't know what Nissan Leaf looks like on the dash, let me give you a quick flip the camera. So there we go. So working off the sat nav, which tells us where the turn points are. So we've basically got 29 miles to go to our next rapid, which is at Hamilton Services, and this is the dash that Chris is looking at. So we have 46% left, 46 miles left on the range, and there's our battery temperature here. So obviously we don't want to keep it out of the red zone, so this is where it's been for the last hour or so. So yeah, everything's under control, and yeah, it's been quite an experience. So am I doing anything wrong on this? I wonder if I can. No. Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
In about 1 mile, take the exit on your left.
See, you don't have to drive an electric car slow. We're doing 59 miles an hour down a dual carriageway. No hanging around. We're not like a milk float. We're eating miles now.
And we've just overtook somebody.
And we overtook somebody, and it wasn't a cyclist. Woohoo! And there's the other funny thing. We were at John O'Groats getting ready to start. It was about 10 o'clock, and who should come up but this chap who is running on his own from John O'Groats to Land's End, and he was really interested in our car and was shaking our hand and saying, "Oh, well done, you know, that's really good." And we're like, "We're in a car and you're running." And he was really playing it down, but we felt quite humbled by that and felt quite guilty, didn't we?
Very.
Really, we're just sitting in the car having a laugh, and that poor chap is probably still pounding the pavement as we speak.
He kept saying like, "I can't believe what you're doing, it's so remarkable."
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I wish I was you guys to think, yeah, no, what you're doing is remarkable.
Yeah.
And he said on his t-shirt, 42 marathons in so many days.
Take the exit
Yeah,
on
it's
your left.
Crazy.
Quite amazing. Any other highlights? Other highlights. We overtook a cyclist a few times, didn't we? That was rather funny. Glencoe Ski Centre. We took a slightly different
To the
route,
left now.
and the Glencoe Ski Centre is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful view. No snow, of course, but yeah, that was good. We had something to eat there. And a rather nice, spectacular setting for a rapid charger. And yeah, that was good. And everything else has gone really well, to be honest. All the rapid chargers have worked. We've not had any that we've turned up at and they've not been working. All the cards have worked as they should.
Yeah, everything's been really good.
We're
Pit Lockery was the only kind of stumbling block, but
yeah, so we just we had a plan B, because one of the chargers we'd been informed by our charge your car wasn't working, so we went to plan B, but that's worked well. So so we're going over a bridge. What bit of bridge is this?
Paisley. I think we're going towards Paisley.
We're over a bridge, folks. It's weird to see so many cars and so many street bumps.
About 1
And
mile, keep to the right onto M898.
is that the Clyde? No, that's not the Clyde, is it? What's the main river in?
I didn't pass geography at school.
Oh, okay.
That was not my strongest point.
Well, there we are, look. Paisley, Glasgow Airport. Oh, we're down to 4 followers. We must be talking absolute garbage. Right, okay. Well, I'll end this for now, and we'll do another bit in a bit. Unless you want me to carry on talking. Somebody send me a message and say, go away. or this is boring.
Or maybe tell us on Twitter.
Yes.
If you tweet us and just let us know if you can actually send us a message, because we're not seeing any messages come through. So it'd be interesting to know if we set this up correctly.
Yes. So is it working? So if you can't find us, use the hashtag #ChatAndCharge, all one word, #ChatAndCharge on Twitter and Facebook, or look up Plugged In Adventures on Twitter, or Eco Cars and the number 1 on Twitter. Right, I'll do another broadcast in a bit. Totty bye. Hello, folks. Anybody watching? This is Jonathan and Chris from Plugged In Adventures and Eco Cars 1 on Twitter. Have you got any questions for us on our crazy drive? Sparkle Maz 2. Sparkle Me 2 joined. Hello, Sparkle Me. Have you been following us on Twitter with our mad crazy electric car journey today?
About 1 mile, keep to the left onto A8.
So, alright, okay, we've got Starterts. Hello, Starterts. Have you got any questions for us? Oh, the Switch Lord. Hello, the Switch Lord. Ask us a question. Or give me a heart, because I don't know how this thing works and we're still practicing with it.
We're sounding quite desperate as well.
We are
been in the car for about 12 hours.
Hey, someone's giving me a heart. Thank you. It does work. Can you just ask us one question? It doesn't have to be complicated, or just say hi, just so I know I've set this up properly. Is that possible? Just text me an exclamation mark or anything, because we're both nerdy electric car guys, but we don't know whether we're using Periscope properly.
Onto A8.
We're in Scotland. Are you all from Scotland? No, perhaps not. Someone's tapped a heart. I've never had a heart tap. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? We're coming up to the M74 and M8, and we're about to turn off, yes, to the A8. 3, we're losing people fast. Right, let me just double tap screen. Oh, there we are. Right, this is me, Jonathan Porterfield, and Chris. And we're driving a Nissan Leaf through the UK down to a place called Aberdeen.
Land's End.
Land's End. Oh boy, is this really a sensible thing to be doing? Danesh 8506 joined. Have you got any questions for us, Danesh, about electric cars or driving a ridiculously long distance in an electric car non-stop, which is what we're doing?
About 400 yards, take the motorway entrance on your right onto M74.
So we're doing this just to prove you can do long journeys in a Nissan Leaf. So the total distance we're travelling from the top of the UK all the way to the bottom is around 800 miles, but we're doing it 2 ways. Tim Snipe. Hello, Tim Snipe. Have you got any questions for us about electric cars? Have you been watching us on Twitter? Because we've had quite a following on Twitter. And can someone, please, out the goodness of their heart, just type me a text? I know it sounds desperate, but I want to know whether you can hear me or whether you just think this is just a total waste of time. Can anyone text a message? Message us on Periscope, please. Or have I missing something? Have I got to say allow watches or something? No, stop broadcast. I don't want to stop broadcast. To do that, no. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm doing it right or wrong. I've got 11 live viewers and Tim Snipe, who's following 14. Right, so I don't know whether you know anything about electric cars, Tim Snipe. Oh, got 10 followers. Can somebody hit the screen on your phone and or ask us a question? Because we're both, as Chris is an EV driver, he has a Nissan Leaf. I sell Nissan Leaf, and this is a Nissan Leaf that Nissan UK have kindly loaned us for this crazy run. So that's where we are. Do you want to see the dash of a Nissan Leaf? I don't know why I'm turning around that way. I'll have to just flip the camera. No, really. Let me flip the camera. Flip the camera. There we go. So that's what we're doing today. Obviously Chris isn't doing this, I am. We've got 29 miles range left, 28% on the battery, which is brilliant. And we've only got 12 miles to go till we hit our next rapid charger. What's a rapid charger, I hear you ask? You have asked that, haven't you? You sat there and gone, what is a rapid charger? I will tell you what a rapid charger is.
What's a rapid charger, Jonathan?
Would you like to know, Chris?
I really would.
I bet you've wondered for a long time. Well,
Probably for the last 11 hours.
A rapid charger is a way of charging an electric car. Hey, guess what? Rapidly. Not fast, not quickly, not slowly, but rapidly. And so, yes, it charges it rapidly. Which basically means you can charge this car in around 20 minutes to 80%. Well, hey, I've got a message. Tim, thank you, Tim. I've been following you on Glimpse and Twitter, SpeakEV2. Best of luck with this. Tim, we really, really appreciate that text. That's made our day. You're following us, two geeky, crazy guys. Look, this is happiness. Thank you. That's brilliant. On a thumbs up as well. Tim, that's brilliant. It's working. I should perhaps talk a little slower because the internet connection might be dodgy. So, Tim, have you got an EV?
This is where the questions stop now.
Yes. Have you got an EV, Tim? Have you got a Nissan Leaf or a Mitsubishi i-MiEV or a Renault Zoe or a Kangoo or a Fluence? You don't have a Fluence.
Yeah, you don't want to have a Fluence.
You don't want a Fluence.
No,
you can't rapid charge a Fluence. Or a Tesla. We met a couple today who I met. Oh, right, an i3 and a Model S 85.
What?
Respect.
Now you're just showing off. That's just showing off. You lucky person.
So, right. We've both driven i3s.
Yes.
Nice car. Love the regen on an i3. Love the regen on the Tesla Model S even more. I borrowed one for 11 days that I took to Orkney and back, which you might have seen on Twitter and Facebook, etc. Great regen on the Tesla.
I test drove a Model S in Edinburgh, but it was a Norwegian left-hand drive. Yeah, right. I'm on this side, a left-hand drive model.
Yeah.
And scared the life out of the sales manager because I kept drifting across to the middle of the road, and trucks were coming head on with him, so he wasn't too chuffed.
Right.
Didn't bother me. But it's a fantastic car.
Yeah. Oh, your connection isn't very good either. Okay. Well, you can watch this after you get your connection back, so I'll carry on talking to you, Tim. The one thing we've been conscious of is battery temperature. Now, I know the Model S has got an amazing, I think it's a liquid cooled system to cool the batteries. But on the Leaf, it just depends basically on hot air. So I'll just show you. I'll just double tap. See if I can turn the camera around. Hang on. There we go. So I'll just show you, Tim, the state of our battery temperature. It is quite high, as you can see. But we've not got the last 2 bars. We've not got into the red, and it's not restricted our charging yet. So main reason being, we've sat here with the aircon on nice and cold. And the other tiny little modification we've made, if I can show you, in the back of the Leaf, there's a little inspection piece here to do stuff with the battery, so we've taken this cover off just to provide some extra cooling. Although, having said that, it is really cold under here.
It's really cold in here as well.
And it's very cold in here. We are absolutely freezing. But it's keeping the battery temperature at a reasonable level. We have got Leaf Spy, and Leaf Spy has enabled us to monitor the temperature. So it's around about 100 to 103 degrees, and it's not really moved. But it has helped having the aircon on cold, and we've done it without the AC on and with the AC on. So we've decided to rough it, have absolutely freezing cold feet, for the sake of being EV pioneers. I'll just flip the camera around again. You see, it's not flipping around because my fingers are so cold, the camera's it's not registering. There we go. So yeah, we're EV pioneers. We are suffering in the name of science and the name of all EV drivers. So you can do long trips in a Nissan Leaf, not as long as in a Tesla, but probably just as far, if not probably a bit further than i3. But if you've got the Rex, then obviously you're cheating if you've got the Rex. You're not a true EV. I'm joking, they're still great cars. But the Tesla, yeah, phenomenal range. But this is great. This is a more sort of like a people's car, the Leaf.
I've kind of thought about it. It's very similar to a Ford Focus in size, I think.
Yeah,
so I used to have a Ford Focus, and this kind of gives me all the comforts that I had in there.
Yeah. So I love the Leaf. I've sold lots of Leaf.
About 1 mile, keep to the right.
New and used, and they're just great to live with. If the range was that little bit more, it would help. But of course, just last week, Nissan announced the range for the new Leaf in December. It's going to have a 30 kilowatt hour battery, which would take it up to a realistic range of about 110 miles, not the 150 as published, because let's be honest, in everyday use it's not going to be 150. So yeah, I just missed a question there. Somebody typed something. How do I read it again?
I don't know if you can.
I don't think you can you?
As you can tell, we've done this before.
Yeah. So I'm sorry if you just said something. Can you type it again? Because I missed it. I was looking out the window. Because I am interested in what people want to know. So we're going to Land's End. We're going to carry on driving. I've done lots of long trips.
Right.
So we're both still running on adrenaline. And also our feet are cold. So that's keeping us awake as well. But we're going to be sensible. If one of us gets really tired, the seats will go back. We'll have a good kip. And then we'll swap over. But so far so good. It's been really, really great. Anyway, we're about to come up to Hamilton Services, southbound on the M8.
Well, sorry,
M74, correct.
Sorry.
Southbound, just outside Glasgow. We're meeting a chap who's got it looks like a Vauxhall Ampera or a Chevrolet Volt on Twitter. So he wants to meet us. We're using the hashtag Chat and Charge. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, Chat and Charge, or Plugged In Adventures is Chris's handle. Yeah.
Go for that one.
Or mine, which is Eco Cars and then the number 1, because somebody pinched Eco Cars. Very annoyed. But anyway, I'm Eco Cars 1 and Plugged In Adventures with Chris Ramsey. And also on Facebook. So if you want to find us quickly, hashtag Chat and Charge will enable you to find us on Twitter. Right.
And if you're going to send us any messages, any tweets, we appreciate if you could use the hashtag Chat and Charge as well. Let's see if we can get that trending by the time we get back to John O'Groats.
Yeah.
In 30 hours.
Yes, yeah, don't mention the hours. Yeah. So I'll end the broadcast now, and we'll do one in a bit. So if you watched this and you liked it, send us a message on Twitter, and we'll do some more through the night, because it does keep us slightly sane. And so thanks for watching, and catch up with you soon. We're live on Glimpse. Oh, no one listening yet. Got one. Get a twin. Oh, right. 4. Oh, 5. Oh, hello. Tim Snipe. Hello. Well, you can see our ugly faces. Ah, there we go. Hey, it's the daytime. It's not dark anymore.
Still smiling.
Still smiling. A little bit crazed, and we've both got some serious stubble. Yeah, it's gone really well. Just show you battery temperature. There we go. It has stayed there for most of the last 12 hours.
I think it stayed there since Scotland.
Yeah, it actually does. So, all morning, get a twin. Oh, hello, that's...
hey, Matt, how you doing?
Matt, hello, Matt. Good to see you. Yeah, we're still awake. Tim Snipe, well done, boys. Keep trucking. Yeah, we will. Yeah, it's going really well. We were hoping... Tell you what, so you're not staring at a boring screen, you can stare at us instead. We were hoping to be there for... What time?
It was going to be 10 o'clock in the morning.
But we guesstimate we've got 2 sat-navs. We've got my TomTom running as well as the Nissan sat-nav, which you take with a pinch of salt. We're estimating 1 o'clock at Land's End, which means we will still smash. Who was it that did it in a Tesla?
It was Kevin Sharp and Dave Pello.
Yes, Pello. Back in 2011, I think. Well done, boys. Rock on. Yeah, thank you. So we're hoping to smash the record.
I currently reckon what will take 9.5 hours off of the record.
Yes, 9.5 hours off it. So now getting back is going to be a bit of a nightmare, to be honest, because we're both pooped. Although I do feel better now it's light. When it was dark, we both dipped at about 3, 4 o'clock when it's dark.
Yeah, that was a bit of a tough bit.
And we went to the services for a coffee, and I ended up lying on a couch and just went to sleep for a couple of minutes, and sort of power napping does help. But we're being sensible, we're not being stupid, so we're taking lots of breaks, and every time we wrap it
with the speed either.
right. So has anyone got any questions? Any questions? Oh, we've had lots of tweets off people, which has been really nice. Our Twitter feed. One of us has a dodgy connection. Yeah, it's probably me. If it keeps going all blocky.
We are on the motorway after all.
Yes, we are on the motorway. And we're in deep, darkest Bristol and Somerset. If it's in Somerset, Bristol.
Yeah. So we've had some great tweets along the way.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody for supporting us so far. We've still got a long way to go, so all your support, all your messages you're sending to us is helping keep us going and put up with each other for this long.
Yeah. It's been quite strange. We went to a hospital car park, didn't we, in somewhere where it was dark.
The county hall, the county court, I think it was.
County hall, county court in
Worcester.
Worcester. That was a bit odd, trying to find the charger because it was pitch black, but we found it. So no issues on any chargers at the moment. It's been really, really good. Ecotricity want to meet up with us at about, we guesstimate 5 o'clock at the Gloucester Services, the new one, going back. So that'd be nice. So
yeah.
Whether it's Mr. Vance himself or some office lackey that's been kicked out of the office, I don't know, but they want to meet up and say hi, which is great. So if any of you guys want to meet up on the way back, we would appreciate some more geeky conversation about EVs, because it's been a real Top Gear-esque road trip, really, hasn't it? You know, but not, it's with a serious aim in mind.
I think the Top Gear element is we've been fueled by coffee and whatever else keeps us awake, all the e-additives.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, I mean, as Jonathan says, if anybody wants to meet us along the way, we'd love to see us. We'd love to kind of meet up. It's obviously going to be a little bit more relaxed on the way up compared to what it has been on the way down, because it's all about breaking the record. So we'd love to meet you. Keep an eye on Glimpse, and hopefully, you know, you're close to one of the charge points where we'll be heading to.
Yeah.
Feel free to send us a tweet and ask us where we're going to be heading to next when you're looking at Glimpse, and we'll happily tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Range 49%, which is good, because obviously if it's 100% battery, we've got about 100 miles.
And for Leaf drivers watching, you'll notice we're on drive, and we're not on B, we're not on regenerative braking.
Yes, we're just on D. We found that D is more efficient than driving on B for braking the whole time. Double tap to flip camera. Why is it not doing it? Chris, we've done it.
Yes!
We've done it.
1.5 miles to go.
This has been a bit mad. Just for our own. Oh, there we go. 1.5 miles to go. 868.4 miles. 21% battery, 21% on the range indicator. Chris is being a star driver as usual, and we're stuck behind a tractor. Beautiful day down here. We are so tired, it is untrue that we're not even going to talk about it. We're about to hit the back of a tractor. Chris has got his GoPro on the bonnet, so I expect great, epic filmmaking, documentary type-esque programming. Oh dear, the words are struggling to come out.
It's been a while.
The last in England.
But what we're talking about now, we're talking so it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Oh yes.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. 4 hours, 35 minutes onto our 28 hours, 36 minutes at the moment.
Yeah.
And so we're 28 hours and whatever we get in the minutes. So, which will currently be, well, we're going to arrive
28 hours
in 2 minutes.
In 2
apparently.
minutes, yeah. So follow it around that way, I think.
Yeah, next left.
Yeah. You think it was left?
It says next left on that
next
signboard.
left. We have gone wrong a few times in Penzance. We're putting that down to fatigue. My phones are binging and bonging. I've tried to Periscope this last bit.
This thing's a hotel, I think.
Land's End. 3/4 of a mile. I can see the sea.
Is Periscope working? No.
I don't think it is. Let me have a look. Periscope is internet connection is not established. Sorry, no Periscope. That's a shame. Never mind.
See if there's Wi-Fi.
Is in about 400 yards.
So here we go. Land's End. Zippity-doo. We've done it.
We've done it.
We're
We're
the first
crossing through.
Pair to do this in a Nissan Leaf, non-stop, without any assistance, just using the new rapid chargers. We've done it. I think you have to pay towards the bottom or something. You've got to pay to get in here, so we might want to come in here. We've gone past it.
Can we go in the other way?
Please wait until after kiosk and turn. I'll blow it. Come on, let's just pay. I've got some cash. And come this far, I'm not going to be that tight-fisted.
So, I think,
here we are.
can we class it as us?
As us.
That's us.
That's us. That's us done.
So, that's it. We've made it.
We've done it. We've got to Land's End.
28 hours and 38 minutes on here.
Yes. Yeah. Well, when we stop, we'll video it because we're going to do that for Guinness Book of Records. £3. Please pay here.
My fault then, are you, mate?
How's it going?
I love the hairstyle.
Thank you very much.
Is this for charity?
Just for fun.
Yeah. Well.
Well.
Yeah.
Raising money for charity.
Yes. Yes.
There's a ticket there.
Oh, all right. Cheers, pal. Thank you.
Right, I'll give you another ticket then.
Oh,
Thank you very much. Cheers, pal.
That's brilliant. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Cheers. Thank you.
I don't like to lie, but I'm just
Car park.
So here we are on Tuesday, the what? 22nd
Tuesday the 22nd. Yes.
of September 2015. The time is 14:39 on the sat nav and also on the car.
Proceed to the
And
highlighted route.
if you can scroll round, Chris, on the menu. So 869.6 miles. Total elapsed driving time was 21 hours and 26, and the actual mileage of the vehicle now is 1,268 miles, which means we've covered, after I zeroed the trip at John O'Groats, of 869.6 miles. So there we go. We're here, and we did it. Well done, mate.
Yes.
Put it there.
Thank you very
Put
much.
it there, mate.
Well done to you too.
Yeah. Oh, I've got the phone following. Hello. When you've seen any of the other scopes we've done today, it's a very long day. My name's Jonathan. Chris.
I'm Chris.
We're both a bit bleary-eyed and tired, although we are driving safely. We're taking turns to have a kip in the back, so it's my turn to have a kip, a sleep, in the back of this Nissan Leaf. We have been from the top of the UK. I don't know whether you're in the UK, number one who's watching. Let me see who you are. No viewers. Oh, I should be myself then. Well, that's a bit sad, isn't it? I'm talking to myself.
Talking to yourself in a car, talking to yourself.
But I will post this up so you can watch this when I finish this broadcast. So we're at Limb Services. Would you like to see what Limb Services looks like? I'm sure you would. Flip the camera. There we go. So we're at the Rapid. Good old Ecotricity. Limb Services. There's the obligatory at McDonald's. We've also got another Rapid. And great thing about this particular site is that you can get 4 cars around this Rapid. So they're normal, nasty, smelly, fuely cars. That's a Renault thing. That's a What's that? Oh dear.
That's another Renault thing.
What is it with petrol Renaults? Anyway, we've just got... so there's 4 spaces to hug and park around. Well, actually, probably 6 to get around this rapid. So, these 2 rapids. So, that's good. So, well signposted, Ecotricity. So, yeah, we've just put in this sat-nav. Oh, that looks very bright. Come on, camera. There we go. So, we've put in the next rapid, which is going to be 48 miles away, up at Lancaster Services. So I'm sort of picking up my normal route for when I bring electric cars back from Leicestershire for customers. So it's sort of familiar territory. I usually do this on my own, but I've got Chris with me, so it's nice to have a bit of company. So we can't wait to get home because we haven't had an awful lot of sleep since Monday morning.
Well, we're just checking out the map, so our next point is 48 miles away, but after that charge point, which is Lancaster, I think, we then hit the milestone for me of Carlisle.
Yeah.
So that means we charge at Carlisle and then we're into Scotland. That next point we're into Scotland.
Back home. That's me doing a Scottish accent. We're back home. Doesn't sound very Scottish. Sounds a bit sad. Anyway, I should stop chuntering. So if you want to watch this in a bit, I'll do another one a bit later on if we get a good signal. So yeah, and if you've got any questions, contact us on Twitter at EcoCars and then the number 1 or Plugged In Adventures.
At Plug-in Adventures.
At Plug-in Adventures for Chris, of which we're obviously sharing the tweets and everything.
And if you could use the hashtag chat and charge.
Yes.
Let's see if we could get that trending before we get to John O'Groats.
That would be good, wouldn't it? So,
that'd be amazing.
Chat and charge, have a look for that, do a search, and you'll find either of our tweets. Okay, bye for now. See people link.
Why not? We've got Hamilton at 1.8, is it?
Hello! Is that just myself looking at myself? I don't know. Galway 1982. Hello. Whether you've been following us on Twitter with Chat and Charge, Plugged In Adventures. Plug-in Adventures.
Plug-in Adventures.
There we go. So it's John Porterfield and
Chris Ramsey, how you doing?
And yeah, we're about to come up to Hamilton Services at M74. For those of you that haven't caught up or don't know what we're doing, we've driven from John O'Groats in the UK all the way down to Land's End and done photos at either end. And then we were at Land's End for how many hours?
Yeah.
About 3/4 of an hour? No, stay on this road.
Yes.
And so we did the photos and we got back in the Leaf and we turned round and we rapid charged at Land's End. Thank you, Ecotricity. And we just headed back. So yeah, bit of a crazy trip really. We started Monday at 10 AM from John O'Groats. We smashed the old electric car record that was done in a Tesla Roadster. That was done in 2011. We beat it by just over 7 hours. So we're going to submit that to the Guinness Book of Records. We've got proof and video, etc, etc. So now we're heading back from Land's End to John O'Groats. We reckon we're going to break our own record. So we're going to do it even quicker than we did going down. This is the first serious traffic jam at Hamilton Services. We're just going to turn left in about 100 metres.
I'm just thinking, this is the actual, on the whole journey, this is the first time we've actually come across any traffic.
This is the first bit of traffic, yeah.
Yeah.
So, has anyone got any questions? Again, I'm trying to see if this is working properly. Can you tap the screen and give me a heart? Oh, I've lost somebody already. I've got 2 people watching. Yeah, we need to go over to the left. Let's put you on the front view so you can not look at my big hairy chin. So we're going to Hamilton Services. They've got a rapid charger from Ecotricity. For those that you don't know, you need a couple of these. So obviously that is the Ecotricity. What do they call them? RFDI cards?
RFID cards.
What does that stand for? RFID. ID. I don't know.
I think it's remote frequency.
Yeah, it's got some sort of
identification.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Something like that.
So these are the two we've needed really. Charge your car, which is most councils in the UK use this system, especially in Scotland, and all the motorway network in most of the UK use Ecotricity. So the one we're going to use is the Ecotricity card at this services, which will be
Hamilton.
in a few minutes, which is Hamilton Services. So I'll leave this running till we get to the Eco. Whether you can still hear me. So we're going into Hamilton Services on a very bumpy road. So we need to go over there. Just here to the right.
Yeah, sorry, I see that tight little bend.
Yeah, and you've got to swing in really tight.
I'll regenerate braking.
Going fairly square. Yeah, tight.
Boom.
Over there. Next to that, blue Vauxhall Astra, which is very naughtily parked. Oh, no, we'll let him off.
He's alright.
Yeah. So this is an Ecotricity rapid charger. Charges at around 110 amps. And we need to be here just for a quick splash and dash, as we've started to call it, just so we can get to the next one.
You'll see me run out in a minute.
So Chris is going to take the card, and you can see what he has to do. Actually, let me unplug. Oh, let me get out. Oh, and I'll show you what we do. Oh, the power of glimpse. Just bang it into the charger. So it pulls up the front. We open up the little flap. Push this big connector in. Pull the handle up. Let go of the handle, come back to the charger. You then validate it by pressing the green button. The charger will talk to the car will beep, a little blue light will appear on the dash to show and that communicates with the unit and it synchronises, and in a minute this screen will change. In a second, I heard a beep from the car, talks to the unit talks to the car tells the unit it's got 27% charge, and whether you can see there, it starts to really ramp up the amps. So the charge is about 110, in this case 106 amps, and this will just tell you how long it's actually been on the rapid charger. M Boggy joined. Hello M Boggy. Just explaining how we rapid charge a Nissan Leaf. So it's already gone up to 28%. So we're going to be here. We don't need 100% because we're going on to the next rapid. So we're timing it. So yeah, that's what we do at an Ecotricity rapid charger. So if you want to pop down, come down and say hello. Land's End to John O'Groats and back. It's not going to be 48 hours. It's going to be around about 55. Oh, refuelling. How many miles since last fill up? Let me get inside. We've had a question. How many miles since the last fill up? Let me turn around.
How many miles since last fill up?
Well, it's on average we're getting 65 to 70 miles comfortably. Let me just plug it back in again. comfortably between fills. Nissan do say 124 mile range on this Leaf, but to be honest, that's just like all car manufacturers. They test it in laboratory conditions, but in proper normal usage, and we've not been driving slow, we've been driving at 65, 70 miles an hour. We're getting around about 70 miles between stops.
I would say even push 75.
Yeah, 75.
Because I think we left our last charge, the last charge point was 75 miles.
Yeah.
No, 72.
Mm.
We've arrived here, give or take a couple, we arrived here with 30 miles on the charge. And we were doing 65 and at some point 70 all the way.
Let me just show you the dash. Double tap camera. Okay. So there's a Nissan Leaf dash. So we're at 33% battery and a range of 37 miles. That's the all-important thing we look for on a Leaf. This is the temperature gauge, basically. That tells you how hot the battery is. Now it's basically, that is quite hot. It should be about halfway for normal usage. But when you're rapid charging a lot, the temperature will go up. But it's hovered around 9 and 10 bars, which is below, obviously, the red zone. And we've also got a little dongle plugged into the car called an onboard diagnostic, that little blue thing there. And that gives us more accurate reading as to the state of the temperature in the battery and other bits and bobs as well.
So I'd probably say answer to that question was we had 72 miles on the car. We've driven 50 miles because we put Stirling into as our next destination. Although we were going to do a quick top up here. Stirling was 75 miles away.
Yeah.
It's now only 25 miles away. So we've done 50 miles on our charge, and we had actually like 30 miles left.
Yes, so we did have enough to get to Stirling, but I'm getting to the age where I need the toilet a little bit more often than most men. Well, because it's my age, I'm 50 something. So it's just nice to be able to stop, just stretch our legs, because we don't want to be silly. You've got to be sensible driving any vehicle. So we keep swapping drivers. So that's what we'll do. So any more questions? That was another very long-winded answer to the question about how often we fill up.
So 50 miles since our last. So we've come 50 miles since our last charge, which gave us 75 miles, and we still had 30 miles here when we got here. So we'd actually put 5 miles on the car.
Yeah. But it's been great. No issues. We've not had to wait to charge. It's been really, really easy. Looking forward to going through the Highlands, aren't we? Because there's a new charger in the... Do you call it the Highlands? Cairngorms?
It's Cairngorms.
Cairngorms.
Yeah, Highlands Cairngorms.
At Aviemore.
Yep.
And that was commissioned Monday. Just been turned on, new Rapid, which will cut down the time because we can shoot straight through the middle of the Highlands of Scotland. So we're going to do that today. So whether we can periscope from there, I don't know, because
reception's quite patchy in the Cairngorms.
So we're going to do what my bladder dictates now. Well, not we, as in me. Yeah, okay. So we'll do another broadcast later. If you've got any questions, keep your eye on Twitter, because every time I do a periscope, you'll get a little alert on Twitter. And then you can ask any questions. Alright, see you guys. Bye. Let's see how long it's going to be. She sends out a tweet. I wonder if Helen's ever on this. Hello from just outside Stirling. Or is that's probably me.
See, that's the thing.
No viewers.
Do people normally send out and say, like, at 3 o'clock I'll be starting a broadcast?
Well, I think Robert just pings one out, or I'm talking about... Yeah, he does, actually, sometimes.
So we should maybe ping one out and say we're going to be...
I don't know when I'm going to get a decent signal. But this will go out automatically, so whoever's picking up, then can just click through.
Is our downside. What's your signal like at John O'Groats?
Yeah.
Periscope.
And the other thing, this is actually recording, so this can go out later as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I might just say a few.
I'd maybe stop it and do it, and delete it and do a new one. So just listen to us chatting.
Swipe down to start. Hello, Scopers. We are now live.
In
Hello,
about
hello,
1 mile,
hello.
there is a roundabout. Take the
So,
second exit.
Paul Q83, hello there. Do you know what we're doing? Send us a message. You got any questions about electric vehicles? We're driving in a Nissan Leaf from Stirling Services in Scotland. We've got 3. And we're going to, where are we going, Chris?
We are now going to Pitlochry.
Pitlochry, which we've just been reliably informed is working. It's a new rapid charger which will charge this Nissan Leaf in about 20 minutes if we got there with 2 or 3 miles, but we will get there with probably 10 or 15 miles, so it won't take 20 minutes. And then after Pitlochry, we're heading for Inverness, where we might possibly be meeting a BBC reporter, we don't know. And then from Inverness, Helmsdale, John O'Groats. So, oh, there you go. You're in Scotland now, yes. I just missed the last window. Yes, we're in Scotland. We've done really well. We've gone from Monday morning, just to summarise, 10 o'clock, myself and Chris Ramsey. Hello, Chris. We left John O'Groats and drove all the way down. Thank you for the heart. We drove all the way down to Land's End, and we spent all the dizzy heights of about 40 minutes at Land's End, did some pictures. I actually drove the car down to the iconic Land's End sign with all the signposts. Pitlochry, which is right up the middle of the central belt. So looking forward to doing that, because that's how sad and nerdy we are. But we have set a record for the fastest John O'Groats to Land's End, or Land's End to John O'Groats. It's the same thing either way, same distance of course. But so we've smashed the old record that was for done in 2011 with a Tesla Roadster based on a Lotus Elise. We smashed that by about 7 hours. Now, coming back, we reckon we're going to smash our own record by doing it even quicker, going from Land's End